I'll be discussing my thoughts and first impressions on the game, what I took from it, opinions, etc. This will involve heavy spoilers and discussions on some heavy topics like sexual assault and suicide. I think anybody who is a fan of horror has heard of this series at some point. I'm ashamed to say I played it for the first time earlier in the year. I had just finished streaming Fear and Hunger 2, so I was deciding what game to stream next. My mods recommended Silent Hill 2. The remake was coming out at the same time, but I couldn't afford it, so I had to sail the seas to get a copy to stream the original. Let me just get this out of the way. Is this what they call tank controls? Fuck tank controls. Piece of shit. Worst maneuvering in my life. It feels like you're trying to wade in a pool of tar. I can't imagine any modern control scheme in a survival horror needing you to do a 3-point turn to run away from an enemy. Oh my god, James. No tank controls! But that's probably the worst thing I have to say about this game. As soon as I was an hour or so into the game, I was already amazed that you could easily connect the dots from the inspiration that Funger took from the series. I think it's always an eye-opening experience when you check out the inspiration for media you like. And I know it's not just Funger, like, this is one of those games, those pieces of media that just inspired a whole bunch of stuff. Kinda like Berserk.
James, do you not see that?
I can easily say that I understand why this game and this series have been so influential on many things I've come to love. In terms of content and story, this game more than holds up. It's so horrific.
Oh, James is a serial killer.
And depressing and beautiful.
I don't know why, but I just love it here.
All at the same time. I love that while there are concrete details in the story, so many parts of it are very open to interpretation. During my initial playthrough, I thought that this was purgatory and that everyone here was supposed to learn some sort of lesson. And one of my favorite things about the storytelling in this game is that there are a lot of indirect ways to tell you about the themes you'll be dealing with. The best examples are in the creatures you fight. They're supposed to be representations of James's internal issues. The lying figures represent how he feels about Mary's illness and death, with their appearance resembling a body bag and the way they writhe in pain.
Take a break. Ah, they're nibbling my feet! Fuck you!
The nurses represent James' sexual desire and repression, since being bedridden means he can no longer do that with Mary.
What the fuck? Ow! Fuck you! Yeah, I know you're fucking around. Oh my god, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Pyramid Head is his desire for punishment, which I thought was cool because the metal pyramid literally representing the weight that he carries from the guilt of what he's done. The pyramid heads and their interactions with the nurses also kind of speak on James's sexual repression. These are just a few, but I think we need to speak on the fog. I know at the time it was both a stylistic choice and a choice that helped with rendering due to hardware limitations, but I think it became iconic because it ended up being like a character on its own. Like the way the fog almost pushes you to where you're supposed to go while being a real world representation of James' lack of clarity, like, brain fog, and why he's there and what he's done. I hate sponsor breaks, guys, but okay, sponsor break, but it's not really a sponsor, it's just my clothing brand. If you like cool clothes that have like utility and lore behind them, check out Adjusnt. I do all the designs myself, and we usually have limited quantities both for budget and sustainability. So yeah, check it out or follow us on Instagram or something. That'd be really cool. Thanks. So I'm going to be talking about the story now, and that's going to be spoilers. In Silent Hill 2, we play as James Sunderland, a man who got the survival horror protagonist cosmetic bundle. He just arrived in the town of Silent Hill, which is in Maine. I've never been to Maine, but if it's anything like that, I don't know if it makes me want to go more or less. This was after receiving a letter from his wife Mary. However, Mary was supposed to be dead for the last 3 years because of a terminal illness. They never really state what her illness was, but the letter says that she's waiting for James at their special place. James is confused because he thought the whole town of Silent Hill was their special place. Typical man forgetting his special place with his woman, am I right, ladies? As James heads towards the town, he enters a graveyard where he meets Angela. Angela, like James, is also here in search of someone. She's trying to find her mom. She warns James that there's something wrong with the town and that it's dangerous. Man, if James could only hear the music, he would already know. James says he doesn't care and he needs to find his missing person. James arrives in the town and it is definitely not the special place he was used to. The whole town is covered in fog and everything is in a constant state of decay. This would already be enough to make me leave, but on top of that, we have these disturbing, hostile, vaguely humanoid creatures roaming around. And when you have your first encounter, you also find a radio that emits static when there are enemies around, acting as a radar for you. I love this in the way it provides a sense of security, but also it takes it away. On one hand, you'll know if there's a threat nearby, but on the other, you'll know there's a threat nearby. It's like that meme of hearing boss music but not seeing anything immediately near you. I just want to acknowledge that they absolutely nailed it with their creatures in this game. If you think about the context of this being the competing series to Resident Evil, and their zombie enemies, which are more rooted in science, then naturally the best way to distinguish from them would be to go more abstract. They nailed the uncanniness of the creatures, from the noises they make, the way they attack, and the noises they make.
He is freaky.
I also like the way that most of them have an introductory cutscene, which gives you some clues as to what it is they want or represent. It also took me way too long to figure out that you can execute them instead of just beating them to death.
Here, you bitch. Don't squirm. Oh, that stomp is like an instant kill. I didn't know that.
Or wasting a bunch of ammo.
They die in like 2 hits because it's supposed to be like the end game.
James is trying to head to what he assumes is their special place, Rosewater Park. But since the path is blocked, he decides to go through an apartment complex as an alternative route. Now this is where the game truly starts. The fog and the creatures outside already give this uneasy and oppressive atmosphere, but when you're in an abandoned building, it just gets so much worse. The visuals, the creature placement, and the best part, the sound design, all wrapped up in a claustrophobic package, come together to trigger the caveman instincts in your brain to run. In the apartments, you meet a little girl who trolls the fuck out of you by kicking away a key you need to progress.
Why not use the wooden plank? Ow! Hey, wait!
Shortly after, we meet one of, if not the most iconic antagonists to come out of this series, Pyramid Head.
Handgun, we're good. Oh, who is this? Oh, it's the Pyramid Head!
Even if you haven't played any of the games or watched any of the subpar movies, you have definitely seen this guy around. An absolute staple in the monster fucker community. His presence and introduction alone lets you know he's at the top of the food chain with these nice fellas. I know at some point it might cross your mind to say that. It's not a big deal. We have guns.
You pervert.
But the frustrating beauty about the enemies in this game is that they don't really follow logic, if you couldn't already tell. After more exploring of the only affordable apartment in this day and age, James eventually meets Eddie.
Oh, it's this guy. That's Chris from Family Guy.
When we first meet him, he's vomiting in one of the toilets, and given the surroundings, that's not really surprising. James asks Eddie about the corpse in the fridge outside, to which Eddie gets defensive. This isn't even foreshadowing anymore. It's basically when you're looking for where your ice cream went, and you ask your little brother, who says he doesn't know. Well, there's ice cream all over his face. Anytime James comes across another person in Silent Hill, I get a small wave of relief knowing we aren't the only people around. This sentiment is even shared by Eddie and James before parting ways. In a different apartment complex, James finds Angela again in front of a large mirror. She's thinking of ending it all. James, being such a good guy, talks her out of it and keeps the knife for her own safety. She is so grateful that her purpose for life is renewed, and she runs off to continue her search for her mom. I don't understand how these people are surviving on the streets of Silent Hill without a gun or even like the almighty plank. So after a frustrating confrontation with
I'm not
Pyramid
gonna lie,
Head,
if you get hit by that, like, that's all you, buddy.
we eventually leave the apartment building. We get to confront the little girl that pranked us earlier. She then says that she knows Mary, and that James never loved her anyway. Before we can interrogate her though, she jumps to the other side of the wall. We finally make our way to Rosewater Park where we meet Maria.
Mary? Wait, pause.
She looks identical to Mary, but more attitude and showing more
What the
skin.
heck?
She accompanies us for a while,
You're not.
and she reveals info that only James and Mary would know, while also acting seductive towards James. On the way to James' second guest on their special place, the Lakeview Hotel, they enter Pete's Bowl-O-Rama. Why don't we name things with like Orama anymore? Where we reunite with Eddie and the little troll girl. The girl runs away after seeing James, but Eddie tells us her name is Laura. Maria saw Laura and out of concern has us go after her. During our pursuit of Laura, we go through a strip club called Heaven's Night and eventually follow Laura into Brookhaven Hospital.
She
Over
took a
there.
right. Thank you, Maria. Very helpful. What's a church?
Maria gets sick while we're here, and we let her rest in a hospital room. I was glad when this happened because seeing as she couldn't fight back and could die,
No way.
she was essentially just a big extension of my hurt box.
Maria, don't. There's one, okay? There's one block. Don't. Maria. It's hitting Maria!
We eventually find Laura. James gets mad at her for claiming to know Mary for the past year since she was supposed to have been dead for the last 3 years. To which Laura reasonably responds with locking us in a room with these hanging monsters.
She got him good. James, above you!
After we kill the creatures, the hospital transforms into the otherworld version. We go back to check on Maria, but she's gone. We eventually find her in the basement, but she starts claiming we don't care about her. After she calms down, we go back to looking for Laura and then get chased by Pyramid Head.
Fuck you. Oh! Oh, run! Maria, run! Run, Maria! Maria! I sound like Shadow. Maria! Ah! It's fast! Maria, you idiot!
James and Maria try to escape through an elevator, but sadly, Maria doesn't make
No,
it.
Maria! Open up! I'm just a large boy. I mean, man.
James once again has to deal with the loss staring him straight in the face. He leaves the hospital and finds a key beneath a statue in Rosewater Park, which leads him to the Silent Hill Historical Society. The Historical Society marks the start of the final act in the game. We end up exploring both the Toluca prison and a labyrinth. We find Maria, who is somehow alive. Like, somehow Maria returned. She's locked in her prison cell and gaslights James by saying they were simply separated in the basement and that she wasn't killed.
Maria? That thing! It stabbed you! There was blood everywhere!
Stabbed me? What do you mean?
It chased us to the elevator! And then,
James? What are you talking about?
just before! Don't you remember?
James, honey, did something
I've seen this
happen to
image a
you
lot.
After we got separated in that...
Naturally, we set out to free her, but then we return, and we find that she's been murdered.
Maria, no! What happened to you? Why? Why?
Or if it was just her.
Mary.
Later, we find a newspaper article which reveals that Angela killed her dad, who was sexually and physically abusing her while her mother was complicit. James later saves Angela from a monster representing her father.
What the? Alright, but do you think you can stand this? It just hugged me. What is it doing? It's too fast! Fucking finally.
However, after we kill the creature, Angela is hostile. She expresses her distrust in not only James, but with men in general. She says that men only want one thing. And it's disgusting.
Damn. Oh shit, it's like wrestling. The fucking sound effect got me.
Angela, relax.
Don't order me around!
Who the fuck is this?
Not trying to order you.
So what do you want then?
Oh yeah, that's right. She was also in the town.
You're trying to be nice to me, right? I know what you're up to. It's always the same. You're only after one thing.
No, that's not true at all.
You don't have to lie.
This also gives us hints as to why we're in Silent Hill when she calls James a liar who didn't want Mary around anymore before leaving. Also, at some point, there's a slap in the face just basically telling you the whole situation without telling you, when there's a bunch of tombstones with every person that you've met in Silent Hill, including yourself. So basically, it was at this point in the game where if you couldn't put the pieces together, they kind of shove it in your face. Everybody here is dealing with the trauma and sins of their past. I want to just take a moment and appreciate the dreadful atmosphere the prison gives off.
The sounds are so like uncomfortable.
There's one thing that the game always nailed. It was the atmosphere. I thought it couldn't get more tense than the apartment because that was like the initial shock of how terrifying the game could be. So it's kind of like to be expected after that, but the prison is like apartment part 2. The worst parts were walking through the hallways in between jail cells, not knowing if an enemy would come from them at any moment, while still being surprised with the enemies directly in your path. But then there's also the sound of what seems like an enormous creature off screen that just kind of made me shiver.
That whatever that is sounds gigantic.
The anticipation of coming face to face with it but never getting to see it was perfect. Whatever they could have shown that would be making these sounds would never compare to all the things that just hearing it in the dark would lead you to imagine. All those things adding up to the courtyard where the loud industrial noises and creatures were just silenced.
Fucking knew it, because there's like 3 ropes, and then, you know, I just went straight to the back.
It was so eerie. It was just a large black void with gallows in the middle. The thought of whatever was making that noise lurking in this huge open space, it made me leave the room immediately, like the first time I entered. After we reach the end of the labyrinth, we meet with Eddie. At this point, he's snapped. We finally know why he's here.
This looks like Saw. Oh, there he goes killing again.
Eddie, what are you doing?
What does it look like? He always busted my balls. You fat, disgusting piece of shit. You make me sick. Fat ass, you're nothing but a waste of skin. You're so ugly, even your mama don't love you. Well, maybe he was right. Maybe I am nothing but a fat, disgusting piece of shit.
Oh, don't say that about yourself, buddy.
It doesn't matter if you're smart, dumb, ugly.
Eddie was a victim of bullying and verbal abuse. He finally reveals that he killed the dog of his bully and shot the owner in the leg. Like, why you gotta kill the dog, man? You should, like, maybe shoot the dog in the leg and shoot the guy, you know what I mean? But, okay, whatever. Eddie is now willing to kill anyone who he perceives as a bully. James thoughtfully responds by asking if he's gone nuts.
Eddie, have you gone nuts? I knew it.
You too! You're just like him, James!
And Eddie takes this as an insult, which marks the start of the silliest boss fight in the game.
Don't do it, Eddie.
bother.
I have a
understand.
shotgun.
You've been laughing at me all along, haven't you? Ever since we first met. I'll kill you, James!
Oh my goodness! Ended the fight just like that. All I needed was one swing and one bullet. That's crazy. That thing is really strong.
Eddie?
We're forced to kill him in self-defense, and James feels shocked
Eddie?
and even ashamed of himself for killing somebody.
I killed a human being.
The journey through the prison, labyrinth, and the revelations of the
Mary.
other characters lead James to question everything he's experienced to this point.
Did you really die 3 years ago?
One of the coolest and eeriest moments of the game is when you check the letter Mary sent at the beginning of the game. It's blank now. We leave the labyrinth and row a boat to the final part of the game, Lakeview Hotel. In the hotel restaurant, we find Laura again, and she gives us the letter she said she was trying to find earlier. The letter reveals that Mary wanted to adopt her, and confirms Laura's claims of knowing Mary for the past year.
I'm far away now, in a quiet, beautiful place. Please forgive me for not saying goodbye before I left. Be well, Laura. Don't be too hard on the sisters. And Laura, about James. I know you hate him because you think he isn't nice to me, but please give him a chance. It's true, he may be a little surly sometimes, and he doesn't laugh much. But underneath, he's really a sweet person. Laura, I love you like my very own daughter. Oh, they're not biological. If things had worked out differently, I was hoping to adopt you. Happy 8th birthday, Laura. Your friend forever, Mary.
In room 312, James watches a tape that he left 3 years ago.
Let's see his little tape.
And we finally get to see what we were being hinted at the whole time.
Are you taping again? Come on. I don't know why, but I just love it here. It's so peaceful. You know what I heard? This whole area used to be a sacred place. I think I can see why. It's too bad we have to leave. Please promise you'll take me again, James.
What the? Wait, did he smother her? Oh, he did, huh? This was a cool tape. I mean, not that she's getting killed is cool. I mean, like, the way, the aesthetics.
James killed Mary. He smothered her with a pillow. James sits there for a bit as he comes to grips with what he's just done. Laura finds James, and he tells her the truth.
So there you are, James. Did you get the letter? Did you find Mary? If not, let's get going already, okay?
Zero.
Mary's gone. She's dead.
Liar, that's a lie!
No, that's not true.
She died because she was sick?
No, I killed her.
Laura is furious and screams that she hates him before running off.
You killer! Why'd you do it? I hate you! I want her back! Give her back to me! I knew it! You didn't care about her! I hate you, James! I hate you! I hate you! I hate you!
And then our trusty monster radar goes off. But this time, it's a message from Mary to come find her. Just like with the hospital, the hotel has now transformed into a rotting, burnt building.
Well, at least they're not patrolling.
James finds Angela on a burning staircase. She's standing between two male corpses stitched to a frame that are
Who's
supposed to
Angela?
represent her brother
Like,
and father.
Mama!
Huh?
Mama, I was looking for you. Now you're the only one left. Maybe then I can rest. Mama, why are you running away?
Mama. What is happening?
You're not my mama. It's you. Oh, I'm sorry.
Angela, no.
Thank you for saving me. But I wish you hadn't. Even Mama said it. I deserved what happened.
No, Angela, that's wrong.
No, don't pity me. I'm not worth it. Or maybe you think you can save me. Will you love me? Take care of me? Heal all my pain?
What is this POV?
That's what I thought. James.
Angela asks for her knife back so she can end it, but James doesn't give it back.
No, I won't.
Angela goes up the burning staircase, and the following
Save
dialogue
yourself.
says so much with so little.
It's hot as hell in here.
Oh, got him, James.
You see it too. For me, it's always like this.
When I was streaming this game, it didn't really hit me at the time, but Angela was saying that it's always been that way for her because she's basically saying her life has always been hell. In the lobby, we find Maria again. She's alive, but not for long. She screams for help, but is killed by not one, but two pyramid heads.
The way his character looked when he was screaming so, like, emotionally was contrasting. Oh shit, I didn't think she'd actually die.
James is then forced to fight both of them, but after being weakened, they...
Oh, we did it! I like how we don't actually kill them, we just piss them off so much they kill themselves.
I personally like that we were never able to kill a pyramid head ourselves because it adds to their ominous nature. They're not just another monster to put down, they're more comparable to a force of nature you can only deal with and not control. After this fight, we enter a hallway and listen in on a flashback when Mary was still alive.
Flowers.
Flowers? I don't want any damn flowers.
James brought her flowers, but she refused. She said that she was too disgusting to receive flowers. Before the conversation ends, Mary desperately pleads for James to be with her. The flashback ends and we ascend a long staircase.
But I'm gonna be dropping some summer hats. And I think they're fucking sick.
When we reach the top, we find Mary on the
It's
roof.
like desert
It's not
climate
actually
vibes.
Mary. It's Maria.
Where am I? Who the hell is that? I thought that was like a shirtless man for a second.
Mary?
Wrong again.
But then it's
Girl,
not
it's
actually
freaking-
Maria.
Mary's dead.
It's a demon.
It's like
After James rejects this version of Mary he's
Scary.
trying to portray,
oh my goodness. What the fuck? There's another fight?
once again, the design for this enemy is insane. It's literally the final boss of the game and the final boss of James' psychological journey, Mary in her deathbed. The way the fight ends too is just another parallel. Because once you win, she's lying in the bed, helpless, calling out for James. So after I wrote this, I realized that there are multiple endings. We're gonna talk with the ending that I happen to go through. It seems like the only way to proceed here is to relive the trauma and kill her again. And then we're treated to the emotional climax of the game, and let me tell you, this shit hit hard. James is sitting by Mary. He asks for her forgiveness. She said that she wanted to die to end the pain, and James claims that he killed her to end her suffering. But then he reveals that she also said she didn't want to die. Now when it comes to terminal illnesses, or those who are facing certain death, this is a common paradoxical way of thinking. The natural instinct of wanting to survive versus the natural instinct of not wanting to suffer. James confesses that part of him hated her for taking away his life. And when you're caring for a loved one who you know is gonna die, it's a huge spectrum of emotions to go through. Terminal illnesses are absolutely horrible for the person who has them. But it's easy to forget that this also has lasting effects on the people that care about them. It's not easy to suffer while knowing your time is limited and the end is coming. It's also not easy to see someone you care so much about going through this, because it's not just the death of a loved one, it's the death of the future. All the things that you wanted to do together, the places you could have went, the food you could have tried, and the memories you would have shared are gone forever. Mary then tells James that he killed her, and he's suffering for it, but also that it's enough. James then has to experience her passing on one more time before she's free of her pain. James then carries her off before realizing why he came to this town and drives off a cliff to join her.
Mary?
James!
Now I understand the real reason I came to this town. I wonder, what was I afraid of? Without you, Mary, I've got nothing. Now we can be together.
And then, as if that weren't enough, this game hits you with an emotional roundhouse to the head. I haven't felt this much from a game since I played Undertale, and I'll let it speak for itself. I'm not even joking when I say that I cried after seeing this for the first time, and cried again when I had to rewatch it while writing this video. It makes the fact that James chooses to die to be with her even more tragic, because she truly wanted him to live his life and enjoy it to the fullest without her.
In my restless dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did. Well, I'm alone there now, in our special place, waiting for you. Waiting for you to come to see me. But you never do. And so I wait,
wrapped in my cocoon of pain and loneliness. I know I've done a terrible thing to you. Something you'll never forgive me for. I wish I could change that. But I can't. I feel so pathetic and ugly laying here, waiting for you. Every day I stare up at the cracks in the ceiling, and all I can think about is how unfair it all is. The doctor came today. He told me I could go home for a short stay. It's not that I'm getting better. It's just that this may be my last chance. I think you know what I mean. Even so, I'm glad to be coming home. I've missed you terribly. But I'm afraid, James. I'm afraid you don't really want me to come home. Whenever you come see me, I can tell how hard it is on you. I don't know if you hate me or pity me, or maybe I just disgust you. I'm sorry about that. When I first learned that I was going to die, I just didn't want to accept it. I was so angry all the time, and I struck out at everyone I loved most. Especially you, James. That's why I understand if you do hate me. But I want you to know this, James. I'll always love you. Even though our life together had to end like this, I still wouldn't trade it for the world. We had some wonderful years together. Well, this letter has gone on too long, so I'll say goodbye. I told the nurse to give this to you after I'm gone. That means that as you read this, I'm already dead. I can't tell you to remember me, but I can't bear for you to forget me. These last few years since I became ill, I am so sorry for what I did to you, did to us. You've given me so much, and I haven't been able to return a single thing. That's why I want you to live for yourself now. Do what's best for you, James. James, you made me happy.
This game touches on some very difficult subjects and does it well. It was like playing through a nightmare, except before waking up you realize what it meant. If you haven't already, I urge you to play for yourself, because no amount of watching or reading about the game does it justice. It's truly a visceral, emotional roller coaster and nothing like I've ever played. This is also the first time I've done a video like this, and let me know if you guys like this format, because it's a lot of fun to make. Naturally, being someone who kind of overthinks media and likes to absorb lore. I think it'd be pretty cool to make more of these. If you liked it, like it. If you didn't, dislike it. Either way, comment what you think, your interpretations, and whatever scared you about the game or like what moved you, because I like talking about this stuff. Subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Also, I try to stream twice a week, so if you want to catch me playing games like that I'll probably end up making videos on, check that out. And we have a Discord, so alright, see you later.